Good evening, and I welcome you, students. Very important topic is going on. You already know we have been talking about the spread of the diseases, and what is important is to understand what are the means of the spread. What are the means of the spread? Infectious diseases, as we said, student, will spread many microbial agents. They can move from an affected person to someone else in many ways. What is happening? You have microbial agents, and they can spread from affected person to other persons in many ways. They can be communicated. Therefore, they are also known as communicable
Communicable diseases.
communicable diseases. Diseases which can be communicated from one person to others or through many other ways. So the microbial agents are there. And we already said to you last time that what are the possible ways by which they can disease can be spread. First we said air. We are going to explain this in detail. The disease spread through sneezing or coughing through water droplets. Water droplets. You know, when you are coughing, you have common cold. What is happening? People are sneezing and there are some water droplets. Examples of the diseases, communicable diseases or infectious diseases which are spreading through air are common cold and tuberculosis. Name should be known. Questions will be asked on that. Common cold and tuberculosis through air. And these are water droplets. Number 2, then infectious disease can spread through contaminated water. Open defecation. Again and again, cholera and typhoid are very common diseases. You have heard about this in Yugi clusters, in villages where water is contaminated, pure water is not available. Drinking water is a problem. You know, more cholera and typhoid, and is likely to spread more during which season?
During monsoon season.
Monsoon, rainy season. When rains will fall, you know, then what will happen? Water will become contaminated, and then cholera and typhoid. Cholera and typhoid. This contaminated water. Note down, these points are important. Questions have been asked on this again and again. Sexual contact diseases spread through sexual contact or exchange of body fluids. AIDS, you know, at one time it was a very serious matter. It's still there. Syphilis. Then through vectors. Important point. Animals like flies and mosquitoes. Flies and mosquitoes. They act as vectors. Flies, mosquitoes. They carry the infecting agent from sick person to a healthy person. Rabies and malaria. Rabies and malaria. Vectors. We should know sexual contact. There are questions have been asked repeatedly. AIDS virus can also spread through AIDS virus, can also spread through blood transfusion and from mother to her child during pregnancy through breastfeeding. AIDS virus is a virus. Note down everything is important. Anything will become a question in the paper. You know, certain topics are very general and easy, and we should not lose marks in them. Some topics are difficult where we have to work very hard. In some cases, we only have to understand no, and answers are easy. So we can easily write the answers and get full marks there. Here, let us see what we are talking about, students. The below figure shows how air transmitted diseases are easier to catch the closer we are to the infected person. In closed area, the droplets nuclei recirculate and pose a risk to everybody. Closed area, where proper ventilation is not there, what will happen? The air transmitted disease. Crowded areas, the droplet nuclei recirculate and pose a risk. There is overcrowded and poorly ventilating housing. Overcrowded and poorly ventilated houses, students. Major factor of spread of airborne diseases. Question was, what is major factor for spread of airborne diseases? What is the major factor for the spread of airborne diseases? So if you have crowded areas, closed areas, ventilation is not there, and overcrowding, all this, the droplets of nuclei will recirculate and this will spread, you see, air transmitted diseases, air transmitted. Such diseases causing migraines can spread through air. This occurs through little droplets thrown out by an infected person who sneezes or coughs. Someone standing close by can breathe in these droplets and the microbes get a chance to start a new infection. So there will be a new infection. Examples of such depressive through air are common cold, coronavirus, COVID-19. What are the examples? COVID-19 is also example of this.
Yes, sir.
It can be asked in the paper. Earlier, pneumonia, tuberculosis. Pneumonia, tuberculosis. They were spreading through air transmitted diseases, droplets. So pneumonia, tuberculosis, common cold. Common cold, we already know so many people are having common cold. Easily they get it. Pneumonia and tuberculosis. Note down. Here is a picture of that. What is happening? This can see the droplets, small droplets evaporate. These are the droplets, so many droplets coming when he sneezes. Large droplets settle down, fall down. How much you can see? 2 meter, 4 meter, like this. They have gone up to 4 meter. And droplets nuclei carried in air currents for minutes to hours. So these droplets are in air for minutes to hours. Ventilation. If ventilation is there, then they can go out and drop, but proper ventilation is not there, they will circulate. Small droplets evaporate to droplet zone in this nuclei. Air transmitted diseases are easier to catch the closer we are to infected person. What we are saying, maintain a distance, you know. However, in closed areas, the droplet nuclei recirculate and pose a risk to everybody. Overcrowded and poorly ventilating houses is therefore major factor in spread of airborne diseases. What is the major factor? Very important, this point. Poorly ventilated. What they say? Keep ventilation open, let the air circulate. What will happen? Those droplets will go out of your home, or they will recirculate inside the room if proper ventilation is not there. So poorly ventilating housing, very important factor. Major factor, overcrowded and poorly ventilated housing. So we have to take care of this airborne diseases or air transmitted disease rather than born. I'm saying air transmitted diseases. Okay. Now, second important factor, water. You know, we drink water the whole. How many glasses of water? 4, 5, 6, whatever. 70% of our body is water.
Yes, sir.
And pure water is a real problem. It is not that anything which come in plastic bottle is a pure water. Students, let us be very careful. We have to filter the water which is coming at homes, boil it, then we have to use it. Disease can also spread through water. This occurs if excreta from someone suffering from infectious gut gets mixed with water. What is happening? Sometimes, there is a bursting of the water pipes, drainage pipes, then that can get mixed in the water. So disease will spread through water. Examples of disease through water. The question was, give two diseases which spread through water. Examples of diseases which can spread through water. Contaminated water, polluted water. Cholera outbreak was very common during monsoon season. Cholera causing microbes. Microbes will enter new hosts through the water they drank and cause disease in them. Such diseases are much more likely to spread in the absence of safe supply of drinking water. So if we don't have safe supply of drinking water, what will happen? Then this can spread very fast. There are many cases of that. Contaminated water. Here we have shown a picture of common methods of transmission of diseases. See what is happening. Common methods of transmission of diseases. Infected person, this is sneezing droplets by air. It is reaching the healthy person. Infected person, direct contact, reaching the healthy person, direct contact. Indirect contact, cloths, cups, glass, reaching the healthy person. So there can be direct contact. Nowadays, direct handshakes, hugging has been stopped. In other countries, the culture was handshake and hugging. And in India, we are doing namaste. So namaste is back all over. People are doing namaste. People were hugging, shaking hands, no direct contact. By air, already we explained. Indirect contact. Through goods, whatever goods we are using, clothes, goods, eatables, all that. Then by food, the food has got whatever food you are eating, water, all this food goes to. Then insect, you have seen mosquito, insect. There are mosquito, insect, and this rabid animal. Instead of dog, other animals bite also. That's a real problem. You know about monkey bites?
Yes, sir.
It's very serious. Any animal, if it bites, what will happen? So then, it will be giving some pathogens and transmission of serious diseases takes place. Okay. So this is just to understand how common methods of transmission of diseases. These are the common methods. There could be some more common methods for the transmission of diseases. All we have to do is stop the transmission. So how we are stopping that? Isolation, quarantine, what we are doing? Isolation, quarantine, maintain a distance. You are wearing mask, all these, hand wash again and again. These methods are very old. Again and again, when no vaccines were available, then this is the only way people are doing. Another important factor, the sexual act is one of the closest physical contacts two people can have with each other. Not surprisingly, there are microbial diseases such as syphilis or AIDS that are transmitted through sexual contact from one partner to other. You know, this was a serious problem of AIDS. And still it is there. However, such sexual are not spread by casual physical contact. This is not a casual physical contact, but sexual contact. Casual physical contact include handshakes, hugs, or sports like wrestling, or by any other ways we touch each other socially. They are casual ways of touching. And AIDS not by casual way, by sexual contact. This is a more close and intimate contact. Other than sexual contacts, question was asked, other than sexual contacts, AIDS virus can also spread through. Tell me. Question was, other than sexual contact, AIDS virus can spread through.
Blood transfusion.
This is important. Question was put up. 4 choices were given: through blood to blood contact. What is blood to blood contact? How the blood to blood contact takes place? When you give blood to someone, transfusion, then they have to test the blood whether it is infected or not. They do testing. Okay? With infected people or from infected mother, blood to blood contact. What is that known as? Blood transfusion.
Yes, sir.
Blood transfusion. Second, infected mother to her baby. Infected mother, it can go from infected mother to the baby during the pregnancy or breastfeeding. Such questions they ask a lot, students. Note down. Keep noting all these things, because here we have to have very good notes. When the questions are asked, we can answer the questions and we can get full marks. More information we have, better we are. Let us see more information about it. What is he saying? We live in an environment that is full of many creatures apart from us. It is inevitable that many diseases will be transmitted by other animals. Okay? You have a lot of animals, and we are having contact with the animals. Okay? We have contact, we are interacting. With animals, direct contact or indirect contact. These animals carry infecting agents. Infecting agents, students. From a sick person. Infecting agents will come from a sick person. Okay? To another potential host. These animals are thus intermediaries and are called vectors. Question is very important. What are vectors? What are vectors is very important question for the exam. What is your answer? What are vectors?
So the animals that carries a disease-causing microbes from a sick person to a healthy person.
They will carry the infecting agent from sick to the healthy person, but themselves are not affected. They themselves are not affected by those infecting agents. Interesting. Examples of vectors. Very important. This question will be there in the exam. What are the examples? Mosquitoes. You know, large number of people die due to mosquitoes all over the world. Can't believe it. आदमी को मच्छर मार देता है, हाँ? वो एक बोल रहा था, सेंट. Man thinks he is greatest. He is killed by the small mosquito. Mosquito bite. A man is using atomic bombs. See the power of the God, mosquito. What
Yes,
it
sir.
does? In many species of mosquito, females need highly nutritious food in the form of blood in order to be able to lay mature eggs. You see, these are the females. When they want to lay eggs, so they need food in the form of blood. And they feed on many warm-blooded animals. Warm-blooded animals. You have read about warm-blooded animals?
Yes, sir.
So what will they do? They will suck the blood from the human beings. In this way, they can transform diseases from person to person. And the result is they transfer diseases. They transfer diseases from person to person. These are the vectors are the most dangerous now. How many cases are there in the city of Delhi, NCR? Mosquito bites, dengue.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people died. Malaria, dengue, and all that. So students, sometimes this list is important, table is important, because they will ask you to identify diseases. Tuberculosis, they will say spread through. Tuberculosis spread through what? Air.
Air.
Note down. Pneumonia. Be with me, keep on repeating. Pneumonia.
Air.
Diphtheria.
Air.
Influenza.
Air.
Measles.
Air.
Common cold is known to all. Very important, because there will be some, they give question match the following. You know, you have seen matching table.
Yes, sir.
Tabular matching is also asked nowadays. Important question. Cholera.
Food and
Water. Typhoid.
Food and water.
Dysentery.
Food and water.
Diarrhea.
Food and water.
Okay, again important point. Leprosy.
Skin contact.
Skin contact. Ringworm.
Skin contact.
Scabies.
Skin contact.
Malaria.
Insects.
Filaria.
Insects.
Plague. You know plague? Story of plague. Where it was? Plague. It is spread by which insect? If you read the history, where the whole village was wiped out. Old history, if you will see cases of plague. All these are very, very serious diseases which spread at one or the other timings in the history of mankind. And you know, lakhs and lakhs of millions of people were killed, washed away. Okay, we have got started understanding some certain things now. Now we're talking of organic, specific and tissue specific manifestations. Organ and tissue. What we are saying, students? You have organs
Yes, sir.
and what do you have? Tissues inside the body.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What can happen if the disease causing microbes enter into the body through these different means? Organ specific. Slowly and slowly we have to understand each and everything. Tissue specific. Disease causing microbes enter the body through these different means. Where do they go then? The body is very large when compared to microbes. You know, microbes are very, very small. You can't even see the microbes. So there are many possible places they can go to, organs or tissues, where they could go. Do all the microbes go to the same tissue or organ, or they go to different ones? This is another important point. The microbes, they are entering inside your body. And where will they go? Inside the body, what you have, students? Organs and tissues. Do the microbes reach all the organs or all the tissues, or are they specific? This is what we want to study. Here now, first question was this, number 1 point. Number 2, read it carefully, read it carefully. Different species of microbes seems to have evolved to home in different parts of the body. Very important point. Different species. Different species, ठीक है, evolved to home on different parts of body. Different parts of body. Coronavirus is affecting mainly which part? COVID-19.
Lungs.
Huh?
Lungs.
Lungs. So they'll go from this pipe to the lungs. In part, this selection is connected to their point of entry. Selection. The selection depends on, in some part, to the point of their entry, where they are entering. If they enter from air, via the nose, important point. If they are entering from air, then air goes through the nose, okay? And they are from nose, they are going to go to the lungs, right? Air, nose, lungs. This is seen in the bacteria causing tuberculosis. For example, tuberculosis. This is caused by a bacteria, and it is entering through air. Then it will go to the nose and lungs. If they enter through mouth, okay, then where will they go? What you eat in the mouth, where it goes? Then this is seen in where if they enter through the mouth, they will stay in the gut. Okay, gut lining, and like typhoid causing bacteria, which is that? Question have been asked on these students, so I'm just saying, be careful. Typhoid, just let me see what is happening. typhoid bacteria. It enters through mouth. ठीक है? Typhoid causing bacteria. Then it can stay in the gut lining, or they can go to the liver. They can go to the liver. You know, jaundice. Jaundice is by virus.
Yes, sir.
Jaundice virus. The names will also give you the names. Jaundice virus is where it is liver. This question has been asked. The typhoid bacteria is where in the gut lining. Gut lining. And jaundice will be which part of the or which organ?
Liver.
Liver. Jaundice virus is liver. All right. These are the points to be noted. Tuberculosis bacteria, lungs.
Yes, sir.
Selection depending on where they are entering. Such matching questions can be given to the students anytime. The point is, students, when you study any line, you pay attention, note down the important points. There will become question answer sessions. Important points. What are the important points in every line, every word? So let us see, more information is coming. We are giving you more than what is written in the book so that you can answer all the questions in the paper. First, microbes that enters through the nose are likely to go to the lungs. Is that make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bacteria which cause tuberculosis of lungs. You have heard tuberculosis of lungs now. That they write tuberculosis of lungs. Because it is entering through the nose, airborne, then tuberculosis. Why? That is why we say it is airborne. It will enter through COVID-19. You say it is going through the nose, so attacking the lungs. Microbes which enter through mouth are likely to stay in the gut. Bacteria which causes a typhoid. Typhoid is caused by a bacteria.
Yes, sir.
Jaundice is caused by a bacteria. That jaundice goes in the liver, and the bacteria of the typhoid goes in the gut. Gut, important. Note down important points, students. Virus which causes AIDS enter the body through sexual organs during the sexual contact and spreads through the lymph to all parts of the body. Important point, student, for AIDS. Why AIDS is so dangerous? Question was asked. Why it is such a dangerous disease? What happens? It through the sexual contact, it spreads through the lymph. Then to all parts of the body. All parts of the body. This is an important point. And it damages the immune system. What will happen when immune system is damaged? Tell me. If your immune system is damaged, what does your immune system does? Tell me. What is the immune system?
It protects us from day-to-day infections.
If this is not there, what will happen? Infection will be there.
Yes, sir.
And lot of infection will spread. Then what will happen? If infection will spread in the entire body, then we are no more. And then what is the final? If it damages the immune system, then it will cause death. So no one can save you. Immune system is not working. And a lot of infections will be there inside the body. Infection cannot be healed. Okay, so that is important. AIDS virus. There is a question on that in the paper. It is spreading through the whole body. Malaria causing microbes entering through mosquito bite will go to the liver and then to the red blood cells. This is important point. Malaria, what happens? Malaria causing microbes, mosquito bite, they will go first to the liver and then to the RBC. You know, they whatever RBC is being checked, WBC checked whenever you have malaria and dengue count, that count, they see how much is there. It drops rapidly.
Yes, sir.
Very important, because then to the RBC, these microbes, malaria causing, and this is very serious. RB blood, red blood cells. There is a question on brain fever. What is brain fever, student? A lot of questions have been asked on brain fever. What is brain fever? Caused due to virus causing Japanese, what is this called? Encephalitis or brain fever. It will similarly enter through a mosquito bite. Mosquito bite. See, mosquito bite is so dangerous. And infects the brain. Brain fever. It infects the brain. Is again a virus causing Japanese encephalitis, called the brain fever. Mosquito bite. Brain fever, there was a question on brain fever. What is brain fever caused by? Is again mosquito bite. Note down all important points to be noted. Very important. There are a lot of questions still what we are talking about. Certain things are important when we write, but this need not always be the case. An infection like HIV that comes into the body via the sexual will spread to the lymph nodes all over the body. Malaria causing microbes entering through mosquito bite will go to the liver, then to the red blood cells. The virus causing Japanese influenza or brain fever will similarly enter through a mosquito bite, but it goes on to infect brain. This is an important question. So we have written this paragraph here. Important question, student, for you. Brain fever. Many times the question has been there in the papers. Mosquito bite, huh? And where it goes? RBC, red blood cells. Malaria causing microbes. The signs and symptoms of disease will thus depend on the tissue or organ which the microbe targets. So you are seeing that microbes are targeting. Microbes are targeting, students, certain specific organs or tissues. Okay? Then symptoms will be, and the symptoms will be different. Signs and symptoms of the disease will be then different depending on which tissue or organ the microbe targets. So when we talk of signs and symptoms, that will depend on which tissue or organ is attacked by the microbes targeted. For example, they have given the signs and symptoms of COVID-19. Now they are also giving for Orion symptoms and signs depending on which tissue or organs they are targeting. If lungs are the target, lungs, supposing lungs are the targets, what will happen? What will be symptoms? Will be cough and
Breathlessness.
breathlessness. Okay. So we have started understanding things. Breathlessness. What is the function of lungs? You are inhaling, exhaling by the lungs, so breathlessness will be there. It is very dangerous. If liver is targeted, then what will happen? What disease is there?
Jaundice.
जॉन्डिस हो गया आपको अगर लीवर गया तो. If brain target, then what will happen? Headaches, vomiting fits, or unconsciousness. Brain target हो गया. Headaches, vomiting, fits, unconsciousness. So we can imagine symptoms and sign of infection will be if we know the target tissue or the organ is and the functions that are carried out by the tissue and organ. Is that point very clear? Very important. So question will be there that the symptoms and signs of infection. Symptoms and signs of infection will depend upon ठीक है,
Yes, sir.
on what? Target,
Organ or tissue.
target tissue, ठीक है, target tissue or organ. As the functions of the different organ and tissues are different, so they will show their own symptoms. All these jaundice we are already aware. Brain target is very dangerous, and the lungs we are facing breathlessness, and this is we are facing in COVID-19.
Yes, sir.
All this, okay, note down. Note down. These points are very important. Very important. All we have to understand and note down. What else we know about the spread of the diseases? Organ specific, tissue specific manifestations. What else we know? In addition to these tissue specific effects of infectious diseases, what we were talking about, infectious diseases, communicable diseases, there will be other common effects too. What are the common effects? Most of the common effects depend on the fact that body's immune system is activated in response to infection. Whenever infection takes place, whenever there is an infection in the body, what happens? Who is fighting the infection in the body? Your immune
system.
Okay. The immune system, what will it do? It will respond. Action and it will react. Immune system. And how it reacts, student, then some effect will be there. An active immune system recruits many cells to the affected tissue to kill off the disease-causing microbes. These are disease-causing microbes. They have to be killed by whom? Your immune system. And then it will have to recruit what your army is doing when fight takes place. It will kill the enemy. So it will have to recruit many cells, okay, to the affected tissue. Affected tissue. To kill the disease causing microbes. to kill disease causing microbes. Disease causing microbes, students. What will happen then? This recruitment process is called inflammation. There will be some inflammation. As a part of the process, there are local effects such as swelling and pain, and the general effects such as fever. So what happens? What will be the effect of that? These counter recruit cells army which will fight or which will kill the disease causing microbes. There will be some pain or swelling or some fevers. All these effects could be there as a part of the process. Local effects. What are the local effects? Swelling, pain, and the general effects such as fever. So all this is happening. We are experiencing, now we know when we experience all this, how the body is reacting. You have seen people who are suffering from this micron, they are saying huge pain they are having, a lot of pain. So that means the immune system is fighting and local effects are there. Local effects are there. Swelling, pain, all this fever is there. As soon as you get this, fever comes. So the response to the disease causing microbes. If the number of microbes is very small, that is manifestation may be minor or unnoticed. You have seen sometimes there are minor effects. You see minor fever is there. What will, it depends on number of microbes is less. If number of microbes is small, what will happen? The magnitude of the effect will be small.
Yes, sir.
But if number of microbes is large, if number of microbes is very large, then what will happen, students? The disease can be severe enough, then it can become life threatening. You have seen mild cases and you have seen extreme cases. That means the number of microbes is growing very large. And the immune system, can it really fight with this large number of microbes or not? Therefore, one thing is very clear, for all this fight which is going on, the immune system is a major factor that determines the number of microbes surviving in the body, which kills the microbes immune system. So immune system is the major factor. Immune system is the major factor. If we don't have strong immune system, then it cannot kill microbes. The number of microbes will become very large. And if the number of microbes becomes very large, what will happen? Then disease will have severe life-threatening, will become life-threatening and ultimately can cause death. Therefore, it is important. What is important? That strengthen the immune system.
Yes, sir.
In order to survive. Okay? How do we strengthen the immune system now? That is a point. So how many people are having strong immune system? What they are saying, senior citizens, they are saying get vaccination first. Why? Because their immune system is weak.
Yes, sir.
So they were first to be vaccinated. 50 plus, 60 plus, because their aging process is there. And then they know if the microbes enter their body, they will grow in large numbers. Immune system is not strong, then then it will cause a severe enough to be life-threatening. And others, they whatever measure they are saying now, that those people who are weak because of the lifestyle habits or food, etc. They are people who are already suffering from some diseases, even at young age, and then more, what will happen? They don't have a strong immune system. And as soon as these microbes enter their body, their number will grow, and then it is life-threatening. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so far so good. We understood what are the various agents, where organ specific, tissue and specific manifestations, and what are the means of spread of the different diseases, bacteria, virus, and which bacteria and virus attack which organs, and why AIDS is so dangerous. It destroys the immune system, and then infection will take place, ultimately leading to death. And how we can avoid the transmission of diseases, whatever are the common methods you have seen, and what type of contacts, direct or indirect, are there, vectors are there which also spread diseases. All right, then I'll meet you in the next class further. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.